Hello Aquarius and welcome to your monthly tarot advice video for the month of April. I almost slipped up again. I almost said May again. It's crazy that it's already April and I'm somehow slipping up and saying May. Like, I do not need to make this year any longer than it already is, honestly. I don't know if you're feeling that energy too, but we're going to take a look at what you need to know about this month coming up, any energies you need to be aware of, any advice you might need to know. But as always, please take what resonates and leave the rest. We have the Lovers coming out there, and as always I do need to conceal them. I feel like when the Lovers comes out, everybody's first instinct is like, oh, it's about soulmates, it's about love, it's about relationships, and yeah, that can be a part of it. Oh my god, that can be part of it. That's not the full scope of the card. Before it was the Lovers in tarot, it was actually the Choice card, and the way that I read that personally is with love comes a lot of choices, and even if you're not in a connection, you still make choices with how you love yourself, how you love your friends, how you love your environment. You make choices on how you treat yourself, how you treat others, and what situations you tolerate is also another way you could interpret this card. As we go through your reading, I'm sure this will make a lot more sense, but that is just how I'm picking the energy up on it for now. I don't know if that's making sense. I feel very scatterbrained about this one, Aquarius, and I don't know why I feel so scared about your reading, but here we are. For the current energy, the theme of the month, we have the King of Swords and we have the Four of Swords. I was getting the King of Swords when I did a collective reading earlier this week, and for me it just felt like this energy of needing to get clear mentally, to have this understanding with yourself. When this card came out in Virgo's reading, I was very much reading it like how did I word it? How you communicate and how you're actually understood by other people are two very different things. And with the Four of Swords being here, I do feel like the energy does to me feel like maybe you do need to take a step back from how you're communicating, or communicating with certain people that maybe aren't understanding you or have a tendency to push your buttons. And I feel like this is something that you're getting clearer with yourself in your mind, but it's actually having the confidence and I guess like the Lovers making that choice, making the conscious decision, because we all have this understanding of how we wish we were treated, all the things we wish we could say, and sometimes it is about having to decide if you're going to say it or if you're going to take a step back. For some reason here, I'm also picking up on this energy of like, I don't know why I feel like maybe people are telling you that you're mean or you're harsh, maybe that telling you you're inconsiderate when you put yourself first, when you take a step back. And I think maybe you need to have a look at why these people are saying that. Is it because you're no longer providing them with something that they genuinely need, or maybe taking advantage of you for? Again, it's okay to have stern boundaries and it's okay to put yourself first. That does not make you a bad person. And needing to step back from communications and take a step back and not be involved in groups again is not a negative thing here. So we're going to look at your work and career. So we have the Eight of Wands and we have the Six of Pentacles. I love the Eight of Wands. I love the Eight of Wands. It's a great card and I feel like it's amazing to have in this position in work and career, because it just means that there is a lot of improvement here. Maybe things are moving pretty quickly towards promotions, improvements, raises, or just bigger and better projects within your work. I feel like you're getting rewarded for the time that you're putting in. I feel like it's starting to become, I don't know why I feel like I need to say this, but it feels like it's becoming fair. Like you're finally being recognized, like you actually do a lot of hard work behind the scenes that maybe a lot of people don't notice, and you're getting that recognition for your work. And it doesn't have to be like a big thing like of having an award ceremony or anything, but it can be just as simple as having a little raise and a pat on the back from your manager. I feel like that is something that you might be having coming in for you this month as an opportunity in work and career. Again, even if this is not resonating for you, I am seeing improvements in career for Aquarius here. Things moving very quickly, things picking up, and it might be a bit intense for you here, but again, I feel like you're going to be very equally rewarded for the amount of time and energy that you put in when you get these opportunities coming to you. For relationships and love, we have the 10 of Pentacles. For me, this is always the card of like wanting to build that legacy of dreaming of this 10 of Pentacles. Actually, I'm gonna pull a second card to see. Yeah, so I feel like you're taking actions and plans towards the 10 of Pentacles. I feel like somebody else got this in their reading, I'm not 100% sure. But if you want to check your sun, moon and rising signs, you might find some overlap in other readings there. With the 10 of Pentacles, like I was saying, it does feel like that legacy planning card of wanting stability, of wanting success. It's really funny. I saw 444 on the timer, and usually I call out angel numbers like that, but I didn't. But it feels like you are wanting to build something stable and secure. So maybe making investments with relationships and future in mind. I feel like maybe I get the energy that you're not wanting to do relationships for fun anymore. You actually want to do them for building a future, for wanting to settle down, for wanting growth with someone, and not just, you know, a few fun nights. And I feel like this is something that you've been talking about wanting for a long time, but it's now that you're finally putting action into this. And maybe that is tying into the Lovers, of you making this choice of setting this boundary. Again, with the King of Wands, it could with the King of Swords, this could be you communicating that boundary of saying, like, you know, what we've had is fun, but I want to settle down, I want to focus on da 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 da. Or even this could just be that you need to focus on supporting the family life situation that you have going on, or the friendships around you. This does feel like that you're needing to put action behind maybe your word with, again, building your future or supporting the family life that you have going on for you. We're going actually to tap into your home, family and personal life a bit more here. Justice is poking his little head out. I'm not surprised. We just had a Libra full moon, so there's been a lot of releases going on for people in relationships, family life, and in just things that weren't quite balanced. And this could be as simple as like maybe your work-life balance was really not great, and this Libra full moon kind of made you realize the things that you need to let go of and work on. With family life though, I feel like you have been carrying a lot, maybe helping where you don't need to help, giving more than what was needed from you, and it's been draining, it's been tiring, and maybe they weren't giving that energy back to you. Again, I feel like this is something that is a imbalance that you've been recently realizing and you've been wanting to work on and work towards. And with the 10 of Wands, I feel like this is a great message that you will be released of this burden soon. This is not going to be lasting forever. This is something that you will be able to let go of eventually. You're coming towards the finish line of whatever this is. For your advice and the best way to navigate the month, we have the 5 of Wands and we have the 7 of Pentacles. The first thing I think when I see these cards is there is no growth. There is no growth, there is no improvement in petty arguments, in drama. You're trying to have patience with it, you're trying to see them grow and change, but I feel like this group, because it does feel like a group with the 5 of Wands, it does feel like a group that has petty drama and petty competition, and it feels like ego competitions, and I always want to say it's like a swinging competition, if you know what I mean, and it feels unnecessary. And with the 7 of Pentacles, I feel like you kind of have maybe been trying to, and especially with the 7 of Pentacles and the 4 of Wands, I do feel like you are trying to take a step back and you're like waiting for all this to blow over, but it never blows over. And even if it does blow over, it's always going to come back up and pop its head again. So you kind of, I think the best advice is to either step away from these things completely or completely put them to bed if you are able to. On the bottom of the deck, we have the 7 of we have the 6 of Swords, and we also we have the Star coming through, which is funny because Star is actually your card, Aquarius, and the Star's main message is usually about hope, healing, finding purpose, you know, finding your way, lighting the way as well. And I think the 6 of Swords and the Star, the fact that these are coming out on the bottom of the deck, these are blockages, these are things that aren't able to come through in your full reading, in your full energy, but it is something that you're maybe calling in, or the universe is trying to guide you towards. And with the Six of Swords, this is a great message that you're being guided away from chaos. You're being guided into calmer times, into things settling down, into things chilling out. And with the Star, it is a great message that things are healing. Oh my gosh. And we also have the Fool on the bottom of the deck there as well. So it is a new beginning that the universe is wanting to hand to you here, with hope, with healing, with change, and moving into calmer times, and moving into better times, where things, again, 10-10 on the timer, where things are ending, things are closing, chapters are just moving into improvements, better times. And the universe is trying to hand you these blockages, but I think it comes with you finally stepping away from petty drama and setting these boundaries and being secure and stable in these boundaries. We are going to go ahead and take out our lovely cat deck and clarify these things a little bit further. So I want to know about this King of Swords and this Four of Swords. What is this King of Swords and Four of Swords energy for my Aquarius, please? Spirit. Ooh, Five of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. Okay, and we have the Seven of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like you just want to help. You just want to be seen as a nice guy, a good person, you know, someone that is just there to help their friends. And it makes you proud to be able to say, like, yeah, I helped a person. They might not help me back, but at least I can say that I did the right thing, that I can sleep good at night because I did the right thing that I thought was right. I helped them out, you know, even if you're not receiving these things back. But I feel like you're having to make a choice here to set boundaries, because I think people are starting to take advantage of you for this, and you're kind of realizing it, and you're kind of like, hang on a minute. Like, I'm being too nice of a guy here, that it's kind of getting ridiculous. Because, again, you have a lot going for you, so you don't see it as people taking advantage if you're offering the help. But again, people know that you're prone to offering help. They're going to keep coming to ask you for help. And I feel like that's why the Five of Pentacles and the Four of Swords is coming out for you. You need to take a break from being the guy that helps all the time. With the Eight of Swords. I don't know why I keep saying the Eight of Swords. With the Eight of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. What is this about for Aquarius, please, Spirit? Seven of Wands. Hard work finally getting recognized, but again, is it something you had to speak up for, or collaborations maybe is also what is helping getting you noticed here, of like maybe somebody worked closely with you and they passed the word along. Maybe it was a moment where you did have to let your walls down, let your guard down to work with someone, and I feel like that's maybe what worked out for good here for you this month. I want to know about justice. I want to know, because this is your home life, I want to know what this Ten of Wands, this burden that you're releasing during this full moon season. What is this for Aquarius, please? We have the Page of Swords. Why do I feel like you've gained knowledge on something and you're kind of like, hang on? Again, it feels like it's the part where people were taking advantage of you and having to set a boundary. And it's coming from a place of where you're wanting to improve yourself. So you've done some digging, you've done some poking around, you've done some learning. And we have the Eight of Wands on the bottom of the deck here. So the really rapid change is happening for you now. The Queen of Pentacles is saying that you've been calling this in, this growth, this change, this improvement, and it does feel like something financial. You've been trying to call this in. With the Page of Swords, you was maybe oblivious to this. You've done some learning, and again, the Page of Swords comes before the King of Swords, and this is coming out reversed. You need to just, I don't know why my energy was going to be like, you need to rebuke this energy. That is such a stupid way to say that, but you need to stop feeling like the Page of Swords. Being oblivious to this is not helping you anymore, and you need to realize the burdens that people are placing on you that you don't need to have, the energy that people are sucking from you that they don't need to, you know, all of these things are draining you, whether it be emotionally, mentally, physically, financially. All of these things are draining you, and you have to make the choices and the decisions to set the boundaries so that people can no longer take advantage of you like that. We also have the King of Swords on the bottom of the deck there again. You need to, have these, if you want these new beginnings, you need to be accepting change, or not accepting change, it's you need to be setting the change, setting these boundaries. I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle for some last advice for you here, Aquarius. What do you need to know about this month ahead? The best way to handle this situation for you. The best, oh my goodness, I've never seen a card fly out quite like that. That was interesting. The Queen of Swords. Again, it is just being very stable in setting this boundary. Okay, people are going to try and say that you're being mean, but you always help. But you don't want to help a friend. You're such a bad... No, you're setting a boundary. And again, if not everybody else sees behind the scenes, not everybody else sees the energy. Not everybody else sees how patient you've been with these people, with these situations, with how much they're draining you. So setting a boundary and sticking to the boundary, as hard as it may be for you, is very important this month, Aquarius. But that is all I have for your reading. If you did enjoy it, please like, subscribe, do all those YouTube things. And if you've watched this far, I truly appreciate you.